huge cities. They look like ant farms on an enormous scale that are dug out under the earth. It's a remarkable piece of ancient art, and archaeology does not have a good explanation about what they're there for.
Beneath the calm and beautiful landscapes of Japan, scientists have discovered a pre-flood structure that man could never build. Imagine finding an incredible building that was made long before the famous Great Flood. But how did ancient people build something so huge and amazing without modern machines? What hidden stories and secrets does this ancient structure tell us about what early humans could do? Join us as we unveil scientists' discovery of an incredible pre-flood structure in Japan that is impossible for humans to build. Japan, ancient stone legacy. Imagine yourself standing in front of an enormous network of underground caves that spread out over thousands of square meters beneath the Earth's surface. These caves are carved from Oya stone, a unique volcanic material that you won't find anywhere else. The caverns at the Oya stone quarry in Utsunomiya were created a long time ago, at a time when the tools and technology people had were very basic. It seems almost unbelievable that people back then could carve out such a huge and detailed structure, but they did it through sheer hard work. Even with all our advanced technology and engineering skills today, creating something like this would still be a huge challenge. The quarry shows both the natural beauty of the stone and the incredible ingenuity of the people who shaped it. It invites us to explore its deep chambers and massive walls, urging us to uncover the secrets hidden within. When we look at sites like this one and other megalithic structures around the world, we are faced with a great mystery. We don't fully understand how these ancient marvels were made, and that makes them even more fascinating. The Oya stone quarry is an important part of Japan's history, especially in architecture. It shows how the use of stone went from being a local practice to becoming an industrial one. We don't know exactly when people started using the quarry, but there are clues that they began taking Oya stone in small amounts during the Heian period. This period lasted from 794 to 1185 AD, right after the Nara period. During the Nara period, Emperor Kanmu moved Japan's capital to Heian-kyo, which we now call Kyoto. The Heian period is known as a golden age for Japan's imperial court. It was a time of great artistic achievement, especially in poetry and literature. This peaceful and culturally rich time helped people appreciate the Oya stone for its special qualities. Oya stone became famous for being used in important buildings for emperors and nobles. It was highly valued for making intricate religious structures like temples and shrines, as well as detailed statues that decorated these sacred places. Exploring the history of Oya stone reveals fascinating stories and interesting ideas. Mining of Oya stone started during a period when the Japanese Empire was becoming stronger and experiencing a cultural boom influenced by the Tang dynasty of China. Initially, this stone was used to build bases and lower structures in local villages. It quickly became popular because it was easy to reach and carve. What makes Oya stone special is its unique quality. When freshly mined, it is soft and easy to shape. However, once exposed to air, it hardens and becomes a strong material, ideal for durable structures. By the late Heian period, Oya stone was not just a local material anymore. It was used in major building projects across Japan, including temples, shrines, and statues. Historical records emphasize the importance of Oya stone in government-funded construction projects, showing its growing significance in architecture. The rising demand for this stone led to an expansion of mining operations. Initially, mining was done by hand, but as time went on, techniques improved, requiring larger workforces. This growth not only met the architectural needs, but also boosted the local economy, creating numerous jobs and contributing to the prosperity of nearby communities. An intriguing theory about the Oya stone quarry suggests it was discovered and developed with backing from Japan's imperial family. This theory proposes that the imperial family used the stone to show their right to rule by constructing impressive temples and palaces. This captivating idea adds another dimension to the rich history of Oya stone. During the Edo period, Oya stone was widely used in projects ordered by the emperor and noble families. This stone's special qualities and grand appearance improved the building, representing the emperor's respected status. This fits well with the ambitious goals of the emperor's court during that time. This interesting idea adds a profound layer of historical and cultural importance to the story of Oya stone quarrying in Japan. The Edo period, also called the Tokugawa period from 1603 to 1868, was a crucial time in Japan's history under the rule of the Tokugawa shogunate and its local lords. Following the turbulent Sengoku period, during the Edo era, there was a noticeable increase increase in economic growth, a rigid social structure, and a policy of staying away from foreign influences. The period had a stable population, long periods of peace, and a lively cultural scene, often lovingly called Wedo by local. As demand grew, the shogunate enforced stricter rules to manage quarry operations effectively. These rules aimed to ensure the sustainable extraction of stone, preserving it for future generations. Around this time, an ambitious trader emerged, overseeing the entire process from mining to distribution. This innovator transformed the use of Oya stone in building structures like shrine walls and private homes, greatly shaping the character of Utsunomiya's cityscape. The Oya stone industry prospered even more during the Meiji period, around 1868 to 1912, helped by advancements in transportation such as railroads. Large amounts of Oya stone were transported to Tokyo and Yokohama, where it played a vital role in city development as Japan modernized. The quarrying of Oya stone increased with advancements in mining techniques, including better tools and more efficient methods for extracting large stone blocks. As cities grew, there was a rising demand for strong materials, leading to the widespread use of Oya stone not only in walls, but also in bridges and other projects needing resilience against weather and fire risks. Comparing Oya stone to European limestone, which served similar purposes, both materials share the trait of becoming stronger over time, making them great for lasting construction. However, while limestone in Europe was valued for its practicality and beauty, the use of Oya stone in Japan was deeply connected with the country's cultural and religious traditions. It combined practical use with spiritual meaning, emphasizing not only the practical importance of Oya stone, but also highlighting its significant role in shaping Japan's cultural heritage. Utsunomiya Oya Stone Quarry. Located in Utsunomiya, Tochigi Prefecture, the Oya Stone Quarry offers more than just a glimpse into the world of mining. It reveals a fascinating mix of geology, history, and sound. Let's explore the intriguing details of its underground caves, delving into their extensive history and unique characteristics. These caves form a vast network underground, carefully shaped over centuries. Some parts go as deep as 60 meters, which is like the height of a towering 20-story building. This expansive and diverse landscape not only shows us the Earth's depths, but also preserves stories of its past within its walls. Decorated with marks from pickaxes and chisels, the cave walls vividly tell the story of how mining techniques changed over different times. Abandoned tools and artifacts left by miners enrich the quarry's historical story, offering real connections to its mining heritage. Furthermore, the caves display a variety of natural and man-made formations with different colors, vein patterns, and mineral compositions. Each detail adds another layer to the region's geological history, showing the dynamic processes that have shaped its underground terrain over thousands of years. In addition to their historical and visual appeal, these caves are also known for their outstanding sound properties. The open and compact structure of Oya stone absorbs and spreads sound waves, creating a space with few echoes and excellent audio clarity. This acoustic property improves the experience for visitors exploring the depths of the quarry and adds to its visual appeal. Comparing the Oya stone quarry to the ancient underground cities of Cappadocia and Turkey reveals interesting similarities and differences. Both are carved directly into volcanic rock, but their purposes are quite different. Cappadocia's underground cities, like Derinkuyu, were made for living and defense, with houses, churches, and ventilation shafts. In contrast, Oya's caves were mainly used for mining. One theory suggests that the extensive network and depth of the Oya stone quarry could have provided strategic military advantages in historical conflicts. The complex layout and deep tunnels might have been effective hiding places or secret passages, aligning with Japan's historical use of geography in military strategy. Additionally, Oya Stone Quarry has attracted the film and television industry with its dramatic and otherworldly atmosphere. For example, Martin Scorsese's Silence used the cave's haunting backdrop to depict the rugged landscapes of 7th century Japan, enhancing the film's somber tone. Although not filmed on site, the fortress-like environments in Inception evoke a monumental scale and intricate maze-like interiors reminiscent of the vast network of Oya Stone Quarry. In 1923, the main part of the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo was finished. This impressive building was designed by American architect Frank Lloyd Wright. He used a mix of reinforced concrete and Oya stone, a special choice instead of more common materials like granite or marble. Wright's creative use of Japanese Oya stone in the hotel's decorations highlighted its smooth texture and ease of shaping. However, the hotel faced a big test on September 1st of the same year when the Great Kanto earthquake, measuring 7.9 magnitude, struck during its opening ceremony. Interestingly, the parts of the building made with Oya stone mostly survived undamaged. This received widespread praise for its exceptional resistance to earthquakes. The Oya Stone Culture Promotion Council in Utsunomiya City acknowledged this toughness, which added to the building's fame and showed off Oya Stone's strength in seismic events. Later, the hotel's main lobby was moved to the Meiji Mura Open Air Museum in Inuyama City, Aichi Prefecture. Here, visitors can still see the detailed geometric carvings, exposed pillars, and other architectural features that display Oya Stone's warmth and unique beauty. This effort to preserve Oya in Utsunomiya City, Tochigi Prefecture, ensures that the legacy of Oya Stone remains appreciated. In the area, there are great chances for visitors to explore and enjoy Oya Stone. One famous place is Senju Kanon, situated at Uwahi Temple, also known as Oya Kanon. This impressive statue stands 4 meters tall and is thought to have been carved by Kukai, the founder of the Shingon sect of Buddhism. What makes it truly special is that it's carved directly into the rock wall of the temple hall. Around this main Senju Kanon are 10 Buddha statues, all recognized as special historic sites and important cultural treasures by national authorities. Apart from its historical importance in traditional structures like storage buildings and walls, Oya stone has found new uses in modern construction practices. Fukuda Tomomi from the Utsunomiya City Oya Stone Culture Promotion Council points out that thin panels of Oya stone have become popular as interior materials. The stone's natural porous structure is especially good for managing humidity, making it perfect for wall installations that help keep indoor humidity levels comfortable. In 2018, Utsunomiya, the birthplace of Oya stone, was designated by the Agency for Cultural Affairs as a Japan Heritage Site due to its rich Oya stone culture. This highlights the lasting legacy and versatility of Oya stone in both historical and modern contexts. The Oya stone is a valuable local treasure, and ongoing efforts aim to use its appeal for tourism and industry to help the town thrive. The modern mining process of Oya stone begins with a specialized machine equipped with sharp saw blades that work like drills. These blades are manually guided to cut through the ground along a planned path. As the machine moves on rails, it carefully slices through the earth, collecting small rock pieces into buckets. Workers carefully gather these fragments, which are as smooth as fine cement powder. Once a section is cleared, the machine is moved to another part of the quarry. Workers measure newly exposed stone blocks and insert wedges to prevent them from cracking. Crowbars are skillfully used to separate these blocks, tipping them onto vertical lines where they stand upright. Each stone is handled with care and sorted by size and color for easier management. They are stacked into blocks and lifted to the surface using a vertical line system. This process is closely watched by cameras to ensure efficient transport from deep underground to ground level. For those interested in the rich history of Oya stone, the wonders of the Oya History Museum offer a detailed exploration of its cultural significance across generations. The Oya History Museum is a fascinating mix of a small history museum and a largely deserted stone quarry. Starting from the bus stop and parking lot, the path leading to the museum winds between tall cliffs. These cliffs, with their sharp corners, create an atmosphere like a huge sculpture garden. The journey ends at the museum entrance, a simple building located at the end of the valley. It gives no clue of the wonders inside. After paying admission, visitors go down a short staircase and see an amazing sight, large galleries spreading out underground. As you walk on the floor, 30 meters below ground, a well-marked path lit by gentle lights stretches out before you. It guides you through a complex maze of rooms, each at different depths, connected by stairs and ramps. This layout is like a detailed painting. Inside the Oya History Museum, many signs and charts, lots in English, give clear explanations about the area. A detailed map of the quarry shows that the museum represents just a part of a huge underground quarry covering 20,000 square meters. Over 7 decades, this quarry produced an impressive 300,000 cubic meters of Oya stone. Large stone pillars, each 10 meters square and strategically placed throughout the quarry, support its structure, preventing collapse in this complex space. Galleries vary greatly in size and serve different purposes. Some are as big as airplane hangars, once used to make planes in World War II. Others look like cathedrals or small chapels, creating a diverse and atmospheric underground landscape. Well-placed lights in various colors enhance the visual experience, casting interesting shadows on the rough quarry walls. These walls themselves have a story, decorated with complex geometric patterns carved by tools, resembling abstract art that adds artistic interest to the industrial setting. In these large spaces, remnants from past mining days sometimes surprise visitors, like mysterious equipment that resembles modern sculptures standing quietly in forgotten corners. The curators of the Oya History Museum appreciate the architectural and artistic beauty of their location, incorporating genuine art into the ambiance. Particularly, large displays of red sticks in cabana style and large floral arrangements, each in their gallery, were created by the famous cabana artist, Shogo Kakiaki. These installations bring a unique artistic aspect to the underground space. Additionally, the museum is a versatile venue, hosting weddings and providing backgrounds for films, TV shows, commercials, and music videos. Fans of J-pop can enjoy videos featuring their favorite bands performing on an underground stage against towering stone walls. Despite its commercial uses, the museum keeps a subtle presence, allowing visitors to fully enjoy the stunning experience of walking through vast underground corridors. Natural openings in the ceiling sometimes reveal glimpses of plants in the sky, along with brief rays of sunlight. Exploring all the rooms and passages of the museum takes less than an hour, yet there's a lingering feeling that these underground spaces go on forever. One might worry about getting lost with every wrong turn, which makes it a good idea to pause before going back up to the surface. Additionally, the caves maintain a consistently cool temperature, averaging 8 degrees Celsius throughout the year. On a hot August day when it was 34 degrees Celsius outside the museum's entrance, the depths below offered a refreshing 13 degrees Celsius. This significant temperature difference makes the museum particularly popular during the summer. Despite the large number of people, which can feel overwhelming during the pandemic, the extensive underground areas have good airflow and plenty of space, ensuring a safe feeling with few people around. Above ground, the museum building has a gallery that, while busy, is filled with exhibits detailing the history of the quarry. Highlights include a detailed 3D model of the mine, photos and diagrams showing how it was dug out, along with displays of hand tools and machinery used for digging, cutting, and moving stones. Various types and sizes of cut stone samples are displayed, alongside local archaeological finds demonstrating the stone's different uses over centuries, from gate posts to water systems. One part of the gallery honors Frank Lloyd Wright and his famous Imperial Hotel, known for surviving the 1923 Kanto earthquake because it was built with Oya stone. Outside the museum, a large open area holds a gift shop full of Oya stone souvenirs and a pleasant cafe. Walking around, visitors can see how Oya stone styles are used in various objects. One of the most creative is a soda vending machine, cleverly designed to look like something from the Flintstones. The museum's surroundings include several active mines, but most of the area is set up for tourism. Visitors can explore beautifully landscaped parks under tall cliffs, offering a peaceful environment for relaxation and discovery. A highlight is the historic OAG Temple, home to an impressive cliff-carved image of the Bodhisattva Canon. Just a short distance away stands an even more amazing stone sculpture of the same deity, the towering Peace Cannon, rising an impressive 27 meters tall. This huge statue shows the region's rich cultural history and the lasting appeal of Oya stone craftsmanship. Unraveling the mysteries of Oya stone. When we take a closer look at the Oya stone quarry, we uncover a huge puzzle similar to the mysteries of ancient megalithic sites around the world. The ancient builders who worked here had incredible skills. Moving 20-ton stones with such accuracy wasn't something beginners could do. It shows they had hidden knowledge and expertise that we still don't fully understand. we might need to rethink the dating of many of these megalithic sites to truly uncover their origins. In Korea, a land rich with history and mystery, lies a secret that has puzzled archaeologists and historians for ages. Scattered across its rugged landscape are thousands of megalithic structures called dolmens. When we take a closer look at the Oya stone quarry, we uncover a huge puzzle similar to the mysteries of ancient megalithic sites around the world. The ancient builders who worked here had incredible skills. These giant stone structures stand like silent guards from a long-lost era. The Korean dolmens are both mysterious and monumental, much like the Oya stone quarry. They have always been revered in local folklore. To ancient Korean, these structures weren't just important landmarks, but also sacred sites. Some myths even suggest they were built by giants or legendary heroes. The true story behind these impressive structures remains one of Korea's greatest mysteries. The discovery of dolmens in Korea is not just a historical event, it's deeply tied to the country's myths and traditions. Many ancient cultures, including Korea's, have passed down stories of advanced prehistoric civilizations, which are shown in these long-lasting stone structures. The organized study of these large stone structures started during Korea's hard time of Japanese rule, from 1910 to 1945. During this time, Japanese archaeologists, including well-known researchers like Su Tadashi, began the first formal investigations of the dolmens. They aimed to record and understand the prehistoric landscape of the Korean peninsula, an effort that was also about asserting control over Korea's cultural heritage. These initial surveys were the first to provide detailed maps and descriptions of the dolmens, transforming them from parts of folklore into important subjects of archaeology and history. After the Korean War, South Korea focused on rebuilding its national identity, which sparked a renewed interest in preserving its rich cultural heritage. This revival led to more focused and local studies of the dolmens. By the end of the 20th century, Korean archaeologists started using modern methods like radiocarbon dating, detailed digging of sites, and advanced tools such as 3D scanning and GIS systems. These techniques helped them understand more accurately how old the dolmens were, how they were built, and what they were originally used for. This deeper knowledge made people appreciate these ancient structures even more. It's interesting to note that carbon dating can only be used on organic materials, not on stone. Around the year 2000, the importance of Korean dolmens gained international attention when several of these sites were named UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The transportation and assembly of large Korean dolmens and Japanese Oya stone structures provide a fascinating glimpse into ancient engineering. These dolmens were often made from enormous stones, some weighing several tons. Moving such heavy stones over long distances presented a significant challenge, but ancient builders found clever solutions. They used logs as rollers under the stones, a technique known as log rolling, which reduced friction and made it possible to transport the stones using human or animal power efficiently. This method is reminiscent of how Stonehenge in England and the Moai statues of Easter Island were constructed, where similar log-based systems were used to move large stones across rugged terrain. Once at the construction site, the next challenge was to lift and position these massive stones accurately. Builders likely created earth ramps by piling up soil and stones, allowing them to elevate the stones to the required height. They used levers and simple wooden frameworks to hoist the stones into place, leveraging these tools to manage the weight effectively. The Korean stone structures were carefully shaped and smoothed after being taken from quarries to ensure they fit perfectly during building. This process involved shaping large surfaces to create flat areas for the capstones, as well as detailed work to ensure the stones were strong. Smoothing the stones was likely done using rubbing techniques, possibly with sand or smaller stones, to grind down surfaces and ensure each piece fit together perfectly. The planned placement and exact alignment of these structures highlight advanced knowledge of stars and buildings. The stones were not placed randomly, but were carefully aligned with specific star events like solstices. This suggests that, similar to the Oya stones in Japan during the Jomon period, the structures served served dual purposes as both burial sites and star observation spots. The accuracy needed for such alignment shows that the builders had a smart understanding of stars and shapes, which is amazing for any ancient society. This understanding suggests that these monuments could date back 12,000 years. The process of building dolmens also shows a deep understanding of how to make them strong and ensure they have a solid base. Builders dug deep holes for the large stones that support the top stone, making sure they could hold its immense weight without moving. This shows an advanced knowledge of how soil acts under pressure, proving that these builders were ahead of their time in understanding these principles. Additionally, the upright stones were often tilted slightly inward. This positioning helped evenly spread the weight of the top stone, greatly improving the stability and strength of the dolmen. When compared with how ancient Egyptians built, similarities and differences emerge. Both cultures used ramps and levers to move large stones, but their purposes and accessibility were quite different. Egyptian pyramids were mainly fancy tombs for pharaohs and the elite, symbolizing a society with a clear hierarchy. In contrast, Korean dolmens served broader social purposes across different social classes, reflecting a more inclusive and community-based approach to building monuments. The careful planning and building of dolmens ensured not only their lasting durability, but also gave them significant importance in astronomy, firmly placing them in Korea's historical story. These sites offer a view into Korea's Neolithic and Bronze Age periods, showing the advanced engineering skills and deeply rooted cultural traditions of their creators. Dolmens come in various sizes, ranging from 1 to 7 meters long, and often over a meter thick. This variety suggests different burial customs and social structures across different areas. Some dolmens likely had purposes beyond burial, possibly marking borders or hosting ceremonies. Building dolmens was a huge task that needed a lot of physical work, careful planning, and the teamwork of whole communities. Just as dolmen builders carefully chose and shaped stones to fit perfectly into their structures, those who worked with Oya stone also made sure it fit precisely and was stable in construction. Both dolmens and Oya stone show an advanced understanding of working with stone, skills that were highly developed for their times. However, while dolmens focused on large structures linked to cultural practices in astronomy, Oya stone was used for practical and artistic reasons in architecture, showing different sides of ancient technological and cultural accomplishments. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Deep within the dense forests of Japan, hidden away from modern society's curious eyes, scientists discovered a pre-flood structure that man could never build. This ancient wonder was protected by tall stones, standing guard against the weather. Worn down by thousands of years of rain and wind, these rocks whispered tales of ancient knowledge and forgotten ceremonies. Archaeologists, fascinated by rumors of this ancient structure, cautiously entered its large entrance. Inside, torchlight flickered on walls decorated with detailed carvings, telling stories of a people deeply connected with nature's spirits. The team uncovered artifacts and tools made with incredible skill, suggesting a civilization older than any mentioned in textbooks. As they explored further, the cave seemed alive, revealing rooms untouched by time. In the center of this complex structure, they found a painting showing a great flood, where waters separated to reveal a changed world. This discovery left them amazed and humbled, realizing that some mysteries were meant to remain beyond human understanding alone. What do you think this ancient structure truly represents? Let us know your answer in the comments section. Ancient stone mining process. In the countryside of Tsuchiji Prefecture, Japan, there's an old quarry where skilled workers extract yasushi stone, a special mix of ash and volcanic lava. Using a special cutting machine, these workers carefully slice through the ground. The machine, fitted with sharp dual saw blades, lowers like drills when turned on, cutting through rock with great accuracy. Operated by hand, the machine moves along a track system that guides its path, ensuring precise cutting. Beside the track, small rocks are gathered into buckets, feeling smooth like fine cement powder. As the machine moves forward, workers collect the spilled stone powder with care. At the end of each cutting route, the machine is lifted and moved to a new spot. Here, another worker measures the stone's exact dimensions, using spacers to keep them apart. This step is crucial, as even slight bumps could break the stones due to released pressure. Crowbars are used to separate the stones, needing only a gentle push to dislodge them. Once free, stones are secured upright with vertical supports. This careful process repeats, showing the delicate balance between skill and precision needed to extract these stones perfectly. Large stones, each marked uniquely to show their size, are prepared for excavation underground. Once unearthed, these stones are organized into blocks and set vertically before being brought up. The whole transport process is closely watched by a camera system, allowing the operator overseeing the vertical line to see clearly what's happening below ground. This setup ensures precise timing for lifting the stones upward. The stones are sorted into different stacks based on their colored marks. Historical records show that ironstone has been used for centuries, notably in places like Karamatsuka II of Mibu Town and the Hyakutsuka area of Mamata Town. Dating back to as early as 795 CE, these stones were used to build landmarks such as the Komyoji Buddhist temple during the Tempyo era and the 5-storied pagoda in Utsunomiya City during the Kamakura period in 1375. In 1620, stones were used in castle construction during the Genroku era by Masazumi Honda, who gathered stones from Taino village. Later, in 1721, stones were transported to Edo via the Kainu River, contributing to the growth of the stone trade along the Sumida River. Oya stone's versatility, known for withstanding temperatures over 1,000 degrees Celsius, made it perfect for various uses, like coal stoves, stone kilns, and garbage incinerators. Because it's soft and easy to shape compared to other stones, Oya stone has been widely used for centuries in Japanese architecture. It's been essential in structures ranging from foundation stones and retaining walls to exterior walls, roofs, Buddha statues, and pagodas. Its practicality extends to everyday use, serving as decorative pieces and knife sharpeners